Hello everyone, welcome you all to Eternal IAS. And in today's lecture series, we are going to cover 5 MCQs a day. And the day 9, we are going to start with the series of questions which are important for the prelims examination. And the topics which we are going to discuss today are fast track special courts, International Labour Organization, Conference of Parties, NCRB National Crime Record Bureau, and intangible cultural sites declared by UNESCO. So let us now start with the very first question, that is fast track court, because recently the fast track court report has been given and it says that whatever amount of fast track courts we are having, still they are not in operational case or they are not in existence. Okay, so these are the statements which are there in the fast track court special courts. So fast track courts has been launched centrally in 2019, and now they are being said that the system of fast track special courts will be extended up to 31st March 2026, which is being implemented by Ministry of Law and Justice, right? Fast track court is specially related to the POXO Act. What is POXO Act? The protection of children from sexual offenses. POXO Act was in existence in 2013. So you can see from here, it is a centrally sponsored scheme launched in 2013, this fast track special courts. You remember the case Nirbhaya gang rape case of Delhi? After the Nirbhaya gang rape case, the government requires the need for establishing the fast track special courts. And that's how this court has been established for swift and speedy disposal of all the cases related to POXO, like children's sexual harassment, or the POSH Act as well. What is POSH Act? Prevention of Sexual Harassment of Women at a Workplace, or you can say Vishakha guidelines. You remember Vishakha guidelines? Vishakha guidelines are the guidelines which Supreme Court has issued. Vishakha was a case in the state of Rajasthan, and Supreme Court has issued the guidelines for the companies where the women are employing, so that women can be protected from the sexual harassment in the workplace scenario, right? So second statement is wrong here, which says that it is being implemented by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. No, it is being implemented by Ministry of Law and Justice, right? Nirbhaya Fund has also been established. Nirbhaya Fund was Fund was established aftermath the Nirbhaya case. Okay, so this is all you have to remember about the fast track special courts. Now, some tidbit points related to fast track court which we must know, that I should also tell you here. You can write it down here. Firstly, important point: this court handles all the cases related to POSCO and POSH Act. Secondly, it has been established as a centrally sponsored scheme by the department, right? Now, recently, if I talk about what is the current status of fast track courts in India, so 30 states and UTs have established the fast court system in their territories. So we can say that around 761 fast track courts are there in India. And amongst these fast track courts, 461 are exclusively reserved for the children sexual harassment cases. And presently, they have solved over 2 lakh cases in India, right? So we can say that these courts support the UT or the state government to provide timely justice to the victims of sexual offenses, even in the remote and far flung areas, right? So this is the comparison. Or I can say in which state they have achieved the maximum highest amount of disposal rate of cases. So I will say the maximum amount of disposal cases has been completed in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, 67% out of all the cases, 67% has been completely solved. Okay, so this data, 67% of Maharashtra has been solved. This data has been given by the Honorable Minister, right? So this is all you have to remember. Okay. Moving on to the second question. I was thinking of this question from the very first when I was teaching you this series. Now, from the very first lecture, I was thinking of having this question for you. So this question says about ILO. Which of the following International Labour Organization conventions has been ratified by India? Okay, so you all know India is a member of ILO, and ILO is one of the you can say or oldest organization established in 1919 by the Treaty of Versailles. At the same time, League of Nations was also established, but League of Nations has been like dissolved and UN has been established. So India has ratified the conventions for ILO, which are number 29, forced labor. You all know which this forced labor has also been included in the constitution also under article 23, right? Next, abolition of forced labor, the same article 23. Equal remuneration convention for men and women. You remember article 39 of DPSP. Then discrimination, article 15. Then minimum age convention and worst forms of labor, child labor. Child labor, article 24. Minimum age also is there, that there should be a minimum age for children to employ there. So these are the conventions which India has ratified. Ratified means India has already signed these. Okay. Now ILO is a member of United Nations. So these you can read it from here. First we have signed, second, third, discrimination, minimum age, worst forms. All of the given, all of the written conventions, India has already signed of ILO. Very, very important questions. So these are the two questions. Let's move on to the third question. The third question is about the Conference of Parties. As you all know that recently COP28 has been completed. So I have written a questions for you related to COP21 and COP24. What are the outcomes of COP21 and 24? Okay. So these are the statements here. In COP28, Dubai, UAE, Loss and Damage Fund has been established, whereas in COP21, which was held in Paris 2015, they decided that we are going to solve this climate change problem, and that's why they said it as nationally determined contributions. What? Nationally determined contributions, right? They said that they are going to keep the global temperature below 22.0 degrees Celsius. And in statement 2, COP24, which was held in Katowice, Poland 2018, the main aim was to implement the Paris Agreement of 2015, right? So these are the two important things, and both of the statements are correctly written here. You can note it down. Because COP28 was in news, loss and damage fund, phasing out the all fossil fuels thing that has been established recently. And that's how these topics are in news. Moving on to the fourth question, National Crime Record Bureau. Very, very important. The data of the National Crime Record Bureau. National Crime Records Bureau is exactly what? NCRB. It is a government agency which is responsible for analyzing, collecting the crime data. All the crime has been defined in IPC, Indian Penal Code. The main headquarters of NCRB is in Delhi, whereas it is a part of Ministry of Home Affairs. It comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. It was established in 1986 so that there is a data repository of information on crime and criminals, so that we can assess the investigation, crime, and everything. So, National Crime Records Bureau, this crime has seen a increase over the 2021 numbers. According to the report, according to the report, it has been said that yes, the cyber crimes has been increased significantly. Okay, the crimes has been significantly increased, right? So you can write it down that this NCRB, the facts related to NCRB, which I have written down here, that it is according to the IPC, it is collecting all the data. It works under the Home Affairs Ministry, established in 1986, right? And this report, I'm telling you, this report has been collecting the data of 2022, released in 2023. And the report title is Crime in India for 2022. Overall, the cases has increased, right? And it has been said that the safest city in India, according to the report, the safest city in India is Kolkata. After that, Kolkata, Pune, which is in Maharashtra, and Hyderabad, which is in Telangana. These are the three topmost. Okay. And after this, the cyber crimes has been increased, the cyber frauds has been increased, the suicidal cases has increased, suicide rate has been increased, and most of the time the suicide has been caused by family problems. And if I talk about the family problem suicidal cases, Maharashtra has stopped. Okay. And after this, SC and ST crimes has also been increased. The atrocities against the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes has also been increased in the states like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana. Right? Against the crimes of SC and ST, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are the top major here. Like top major, I'm saying that there has been so many cases related to them in these scenarios. Getting my point, everyone? So after this, let us see about the crime against women. So the largest case share of crime against women was registered under the cruelty by husband or his relatives. That means after the marriage, the cases has been more for the women, right? So there has been an increase. Total 4.2% observed in the suicidal rates. You can see it here. So hence first statement is totally correct. Second statement is also correct because cyber crime is also increasing because people are having digital awareness and that's why they are doing scams and fraud. Whereas third statement is wrong, right? Third statement, Kerala is at the top. If they ask that highest charge sheet rate, UT, then the answer will be Puducherry. But if they are asking overall the state and UT, then the answer will be Kerala. Getting my point? That's why third statement is incorrect, and you have to remember the data. Whatever I did, the data I told you about the safest city and everything, that data is very, very important. Getting my point? Moving on to the last question of the series, that is intangible cultural heritage site. Recently, Garba has been included as a intangible heritage site by UNESCO from Gujarat. So first statement is totally wrong. It is not from Punjab. And second, Ramamam, it is a festival of Uttarakhand. And Kuttiattam, it is a theatre of Kerala. And these are the UNESCO intangible cultural heritage site. What exactly is intangible cultural heritage site? It can be historical places, monuments, artifacts, anything, something related to, like, it is traditional, contemporary, and living at the same time. So that is known as intangible cultural heritage sites in India also. Because in India, you are going to find so many cultural heritage sites here. UNESCO has included Durga Puja in this list also. So the site is basically what? It is a heritage which is being transmitted from generation to generation, right? And it can be achieved through oral traditions, demonstrations, right? Safeguarding and promoting the cultural diversity. And people, there is a need to preserve the cultural traditions and practices that are being at the verge of being risked or like ending. So that's how you are going to remember this thing about intangible cultural heritage site. I hope I am clear to you all about the intangible cultural heritage sites, the list of those sites, the main important facts of those sites, because in exam, there can be a question from this topic. There can be a definitely question from this particular topic. Okay, then we have completed this. This is all you have to remember. Then I will meet you in the next lecture with another 5 set of questions. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind.